The scene begins with a captivating and intense moment as a concert in a Ukrainian opera house is abruptly interrupted by masked men wreaking havoc. Amid the chaos, special forces arrive, including John and his CIA team, tasked with rescuing an American VIP and retrieving a special package. The team cleverly disguises themselves as part of the special forces and sets a plan in motion, putting the crowd to sleep using gas connected to the ventilation system. As John searches through the VIP booths, he locates the target and eliminates the guards standing in his way. However, the mission escalates when they are confronted by life-takers storming down the corridor. John and the VIP make a dramatic escape by jumping out of a window, only to find themselves in even deeper danger as John discovers a bomb planted by a Ukrainian agent. With quick thinking, John secures the special package and reunites with his team, but the tension mounts when a bizarre encounter leaves John witnessing bullets behaving in reverse and a mysterious man with a red string who defies the laws of physics. Despite the confusion, John manages to secure the bombs and narrowly escapes an explosion in the opera house. Things take a dark turn when John and a teammate are captured and interrogated by Ukrainian forces in a train yard. After a dramatic moment of consuming a poison capsule, John awakens on a ship, only to learn that it was all a test of loyalty by the CIA. With limited information, John is now entrusted with a secret mission that only involves the cryptic code word, Tenet. As John makes his way back to land, he meets Laura, a scientist who introduces him to the concept of inverted objects, things that have their entropy reversed and move backward through time. John learns that the items she is studying, including inverted weapons, are part of a larger effort to prevent a catastrophic war in the future. To find the source of these inverted weapons, John travels to Mumbai, where he teams up with Neil, a British operative. Together, they infiltrate the home of a dangerous arms dealer, discovering that the mastermind behind the inverted ammo is a Russian oligarch named Andrei, who has the ability to communicate with the future. John's mission takes him to London, where he meets Kat, Andrei's wife, who is being blackmailed by her husband over a forged painting. John promises to help her if she sets up a meeting with Andrei. John's journey becomes a thrilling adventure as he devises a plan to crash a plane into a secure freeport in Oslo to access a vault containing incriminating evidence against Andrei. With help from Neil and a team led by pilot Mahir, they orchestrate a massive diversion, using gold bricks as a decoy, while they attempt to retrieve the crucial blackmail material. The next phase of John's mission brings a climactic, action-packed sequence. After crashing the plane into the freeport and narrowly escaping the gas-filled vault, John and Neil navigate a dangerous, time-twisted reality. Inside the vault, they enter a mysterious corridor separated by a glass wall with bullet holes and encounter inverted individuals, people moving backward through time. A disorienting battle ensues between John and an inverted opponent, where the laws of time manipulation make the fight unpredictable. Neil stops John from firing at the inverted man, signaling deeper knowledge about these strange events. The next day, John meets with Priya, who reveals the nature of the turnstile device, technology that enables people and objects to move backward through time. This device, sent from the future, is being used by Andrei to manipulate events. Priya explains that Andrei's goal is the plutonium, which John had encountered earlier. Now in the hands of the Ukrainian forces, the plutonium must be retrieved before Andrei can exploit it. John then confronts Andrei during a high-stakes dinner party, where the Russian oligarch becomes suspicious of John's relationship with Kat, his abused wife. Despite threats, John manages to gain Andrei's trust by mentioning the plutonium. The next day, they go sailing, and during the trip, Kat tries to unalive Andrei by releasing his harness. However, John saves him, needing Andrei alive for the mission. Back on the yacht, John gives Kat a fire weapon for protection as tensions rise with Andrei, who reveals that his wealth and success were orchestrated by messages and resources sent to him from the future. As the plan to steal the plutonium unfolds, John and Neil execute a daring operation to hijack the convoy transporting it. With the help of a fire truck and explosive tactics, John manages to infiltrate the truck, retrieve the plutonium, and escape, only for Andrei to launch a counter-harm using inverted vehicles. Andre reveals he's holding Kat hostage, forcing John to hand over the plutonium case in exchange for her safety. In a chaotic chase involving cars moving in reverse, John throws the empty case to Andre, while Neil performs a risky rescue of Kat. However, the situation worsens when John and Kat are captured and taken to Andre's warehouse. There, John witnesses Andre and Kat on the other side of a glass wall, moving in reverse. Andre uses a turnstile to reverse fire Kat, threatening to unalive Kat unless John reveals the plutonium's location. John eventually confesses that the real plutonium is hidden in Neil's car, though it's clear he's still lying. Before Andre can escalate the interrogation, soldiers storm the warehouse, prompting a chaotic fight. Both versions of Andre, one moving forward, the other inverted, flee into the turnstile to complete their time loop, leaving John caught in the time-bending chaos of the mission. The climax of this intricate, time-twisting story brings the audience back to the same events, but in reverse. As the timeline resets, John, Neil, and the Tenet soldiers find themselves fighting Andre's forces in a temporal pincer movement, a tactic where one group moves forward through time and the other moves backward, gathering and using each other's knowledge to complete the mission. John is furious after discovering how Andre has stayed one step ahead of them, but Ives explains how Andre used this advanced strategy to manipulate the operation. With Kat suffering from an inverted wound, John takes her through the turnstile to reverse its effects. However, John is determined to use this opportunity to prevent her from getting shot altogether. Soldier Wheeler advises him to wear a SWAT uniform and an oxygen mask to avoid encountering his past self, as direct contact would be fatal. Navigating the inverted world is disorienting for John, with air and gravity working in reverse. Nevertheless, he manages to reach the battle scene, follow Andre, and realize the full extent of the temporal puzzle. He had unknowingly hidden the plutonium in the silver car during their first encounter. After a near-fatal explosion, John wakes up in a truck with Neil and Kat. The inversion process nullified the explosion's effects, causing hypothermia instead of burns. John confronts Neil, who has known more about the mission than he let on, but Neil promises to reveal the full truth later. The two realize Andre is building a device known as the algorithm, which can invert the entire world and bring about its end. The final battle sees both inverted and forward-moving teams working in unison to stop Andre. As they fight in an abandoned Soviet city, buildings collapse and reassemble in reverse, while the watches of both teams keep them coordinated. Inside the underground base, John and Ives work to retrieve the algorithm, while Neil spots a crucial enemy setting up explosives. In a pivotal moment, Neil inverts himself, going back into the battlefield to intervene. As John and Ives are trapped, a mysterious blue-suited soldier sacrifices himself to save them, revealing the same red string on his backpack that John had seen before. On Andre's yacht, Kat unalived Andre just as her past self is returning, preventing him from activating the algorithm but triggering the bomb. Meanwhile, John and Ives retrieve the algorithm and escape with Neil's help just in time. As the mission concludes, John realizes that Neil has been helping him all along, and that in the future, John is the one who recruited Neil and orchestrated the entire Tenet operation. Neil departs to fulfill his final role, knowing his fate is to die at the gate. With the algorithm safely split between John, Ives, and Neil, the world is saved from Andre's apocalyptic plan. In the epilogue, John confronts Priya in London, where she plans to eliminate Kat. But John, now fully understanding his future role, unalived Priya and her guard, ensuring Kat's safety and watching her reunite happily with her son. And that wraps up the mind-bending, action-packed adventure of Tenet, a film where time isn't just a concept, it's the battlefield. From intense reverse shootouts to complex temporal puzzles, Tenet keeps you on the edge of your seat, making you question everything you know about time and causality. The layers of the plot, the inversion mechanics, and John's ultimate revelation leave you wanting to dive back in just to piece it all together again. What did you think of the film's unique take on time manipulation? Did the action sequences blow you away, or were you left puzzling over the twists and turns of the plot? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth breakdowns of your favorite movies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for another thrilling review.